Good morning. A couple of things to share, and we'll see where this goes. I was thinking about something that I've been kind of leaning into lately that I've been finding helpful, and that is I've been trying to kind of batch my administrative tasks, I call them. Anything that's like running your life rather than like outputting. And I found I was doing this really well, or I started to get into a routine with it when I was back in the US in the van. I would like shave my beard and cut my nails every Sunday, and I was just finding that I was like a good time frame. And where do I want to go with this? I think I've been trying to, like, I did laundry on Saturday, and I was like, all right, what else can I do in the meantime so that I can free up time like during the week, you know? And I think I'm starting to appreciate these days when I just have nothing to do and I can just work towards my goals, you know? So anyway, that was just a little thing that I've been thinking about lately, and found this cool park. Can I get? I don't know. The other thing that I pondered talking about in this video was I had a conversation. Well, it wasn't a conversation as much as I overheard or met somebody last weekend that was talking about, we were talking about health and optimizing your health and whatever else. And I remember somebody mentioning that you really should only improve or optimize your health up to about 80%, because the last 20, like getting from 80% to 100% or 98%, whatever, is going to take you so much longer, cost so much more, and it's just not worth it. And that's something that I've been thinking about a little bit recently. Wanted to kind of see if I could capture some of my thoughts. I've been doing Brian Johnson's Blueprint supplement stack the past 3 months, I think. And I have been really enjoying it, but the biggest hurdle for me right now is the price. It's $375, including shipping, and you know, if I were subscribed, I save 5% or whatever. But yeah, that has been the biggest like blocker for me. And in a chapter where I'm trying to cut costs and go for things that are high ROI right now, it's made me question if it's worth it. And so I was thinking about this, like 80% versus 100%. And I'm wondering if supplements and supplement stacks and pills and protein powders and whatever else are included in that top 20% that get you from 80% to like 95 or whatever. And I was thinking about this yesterday. I actually, besides the cost, I actually think it's not that, because it actually saves time. So if you disregard the costs, like you're big, okay, I was asking guys in my group, like, how do you quantify the 80% of health? And I'll give my stab at it now. Wow, maybe I will try. I think it comes down to sleep, diet, and exercise. And I don't know that I could quantify. See, that's the hard question, and that's why I asked the question. I mean, I quantify my sleep, so maybe that's an easier um, thing to quantify, because 80% sleep or 80% health in sleep is just 80% sleep scores. Diet, I'm not sure, because that's one thing that I struggle with. Like, am I at the 80% mark for diet right now? And I struggle to eat enough and eat healthy, especially when I'm traveling. I've got it dialed in when I'm in the van, but it's traveling, and especially Europe, because it's so expensive. Well, compared to Southeast Asia, it's expensive. Compared to the U.S., it's cheap. Um, so I don't know. I don't know how to quantify diet. Maybe it would have to come down to calories and some amount of like balance of food, like fruits, vegetables, protein sources, uh, grains, something like that. And then exercise, maybe it comes down to hours per week plus, maybe it's like hours per week aerobic, because I've heard like 3 hours of zone 2 cardio per week, and then you want strength training in there as well. So I'm not really sure what that would be, but maybe hours per week is enough, assuming that those hours are quality. So the question then becomes if you're hitting those, well, yes, like I didn't talk about supplements. Supplements would fit into diet, but if you're eating a balanced diet, which I just thought of, I'm not really when I'm traveling, and maybe that makes the case for supplements more while I'm traveling. But if you're eating a fairly balanced diet, then supplements aren't really necessary, I think is the right word. Will they help? Yes. Um, and so that's where I'm at. And I'm thinking, is it worth, and someone brought up this point yesterday that I actually kind of liked, that doing the final 20% will take you the longest, and it'll be the most expensive. And if you push off that 20% and focus on using that time and energy to make more money, the more the more money that you make, it'll make it easier for you to do that last 20%. And I think that makes sense. But anyway, yeah, I have been in this chapter of like really optimizing my health, and I think I might. I still don't know. I might pull back from the supplements, um, but I'm curious to see what my piece of aging test came back as. Um, so anyway, that's what I'm thinking about. Batching tasks, batching administrative things, appreciating when things are in flow and there are not, you know, planning travels and getting groceries and doing laundry and those days when you have to do those things. And the question of, is it worth optimizing your health past 80%, and to what regard, to what amount does, specifically to me, this blueprint supplement stack fit into things? I have been liking the pills and drink, knowing that when I'm traveling, I'm not probably going to get my full balanced diet, and so that kind of like, in a literal sense, supplements a lot of those things. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm in the territory that I don't know the answer to. So anyway, see you tomorrow.